What, if anything, needs to be changed in the current immigration approach to balance the need for border security with the humanitarian concerns of undocumented immigrants?
Our current immigration system is broken and it's needed reform for decades. The open border policies of the Biden administration made the problems of our immigration system far worse. Millions of people entered our country illegally during that period, and these people and those people and their children have real human needs like the rest of us. They need food, housing, medical care, and safety. Communities across the country are now dealing with the reverberating consequences of the inordinate strain on all of our services, both public and private. America is a compassionate and generous nation, and we can and we should be proud of that. And most of us have reaped the benefit of our nation's generosity. In my personal case, my mother was a German immigrant. We should continue our great American experiment and welcome people who want to come here legally, work hard, and contribute to our society. We are a great nation built of many different peoples, cultures, and origins, and we are also a nation of laws, and those laws must be enforced. If someone has a legitimate asylum claim, they should pursue that protection through the legal asylum process, but not everyone entering illegally qualifies for that protection, and pretending otherwise undermines both our laws and our humanitarian system. We must secure the border and keep it secure using every available tool, physical barriers, advanced technology, and a strong and funded border patrol, while also confronting drug and human trafficking cartels that exploit migrants and threaten our communities. At the same time, we should fix our broken legal immigration system so that it's faster, more efficient, fair, and works for both immigrants and the American people. A secure, orderly system is the only way to uphold both compassion and the rule of law, both very important principles of our great nation.
In CD4, there are rural communities from across Douglas, Coos, Curry, and coastal Lane counties that have significant impacts from border policies that are negative. There's drugs that come in from organized crime. And growing up here, I mean, we're losing more young people to overdose every year than the entirety of deaths from the Vietnam War during its entire operation. So it's been devastating, not just for Oregon CD4, but across the country. So we do need realistic control measures to make sure that only the right people are getting through. But what I think has been missed during a lot of this, first year of switching gears is that the Democrats who really orchestrated this entire system and gave incentives and guidance for millions of people to be putting themselves into a position of risk and danger. I think we need to explore what sorts of crimes were committed by Democrats in these offices. And I think we need to look at proper punishment for really stepping out of line and impacting not just the American people, but the immigrants who are victims in this situation just as much as the American people. The real issue is, why haven't the Democrats been punished for what they did?
This is an issue that's very important to me. I am married to an immigrant. I'm a second generation American. I worked with a congressman out of Massachusetts when I was in college on the last immigration reform bill to go through Congress in 1986. The bottom line is our immigration system is broken, and it's purposefully broken. We could have passed comprehensive bipartisan immigration reform in 2008, in 2012. Hell, in 2024, although the Langsford approach was certainly much more draconian than I would have wanted, One of my first bills that I signed on to was the Dignity Act. It is a bipartisan immigration reform bill that allows for a clearer path to citizenship, that allows updates to work permits, that would have enhanced funding for border security. The need for border security is real. And for the Trump administration or Stephen Miller to say Democrats want open borders and they want criminals coming here is a lie. I mean, it is a blatant racist lie. We have a broken immigration system. There are, this country, it was built upon immigrants that came here right after our First Nations. And we need to fix it. And now what this administration is doing is targeting people based on the color of their skin, not offering them due process. They say they care about the Constitution and the Second Amendment, but the due process part we need to pay attention to as well. So fundamentally, there is a path, there is a bill, it is bipartisan. My Republican colleagues need to find the backbone to actually fix the system because it's in the best interest of all Americans.
Immigration is not actually as complicated an issue as we make it. I vehemently and passionately oppose ICE, and I've said that in many different places. As a Native person, I know firsthand the brutality that we see on display at the hands of ICE is how we have treated brown people for hundreds of years. I believe that we need a simple path to fair citizenship and that amnesty is critical for people. Immigration policies should focus on human rights and human dignity, not dehumanization. And I think it's really critically important that we recognize that what we are doing in our immigration system is about racism. It is about white supremacy. It is about continuing a system that has been enacted for hundreds of years because this is how we have continually treated people of color in this country, starting with Native American people. I believe that we need to put safety as a priority while we also end militarization of the border, because that is about power and control, not safety. And if we create a simple path to citizenship that shortens the length of time that people are in the system, it will actually create more opportunities for immigrants who are coming to this country, whether it's across the border or from other places around the world.